Oh my god, this brings back so many fucking memories. Hello everyone and welcome back to Chris's collection, Wampa Stompa. Oh my god, our testers. Oh my god, this is so fucking cool. Welcome guys to Chris's collection. Today we're playing Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. Oh my god. Where do I begin? This game fucking kicked ass, and not only did it kick ass, but a lot of it. Okay, to give you guys background on this project, first of all, it wasn't just a game. Shadows of the Empire was basically Lucasfilm was like, okay, the special editions are coming out in 1997 to get people hyped for the prequel trilogy that's going to start in 1999. What do we do just to like low-key get Star Wars fandom hyped again? Because remember, this was back in a time, it was 1996. We hadn't really had, that's the Millennium Falcon. We hadn't really had anything Star Wars like big, you know. I mean, there's novels and stuff like that, but we didn't have anything ginormous. Like the last time was, what is it called? It was in 1983 when Return of the Jedi came out. So Shadows of the Empire, it was an idea they came up with. It was called a multimedia project, and basically they were like, what if we sold like the video games and the movie, the video games and the soundtrack and the comic and all that stuff to a movie that never existed? And you have to, like, in order to understand the story, you know, you have, how do you, in order to understand the story, you had to, like, I'm not going to release those things. You had to play all of it. You had to, like, read the novel. You had to read the comic book. You had to play the video game. And they all had to do a different thing. So the book was, like, kind of the overall story. And then, what was it? The game was more about Dash Rendar, who I'm playing right now. And the comic was about Boba Fett. So I didn't know that because I was young and I was very confused about stuff like that. So I didn't really know any of that stuff. I just knew this was a cool game, and I got it as a oh god, it was it 1996? I think it was 1996 it came out. Like a few months after the, right? Yeah, I want to say it was 1996. It was like December. And yeah, my parents bought it for me. I think a few months after it came out. My friend Alex and Gabe were like hugely into it. Well, no, I'm sorry, my friend Alex was. Gabe, I don't think bought this game. So Alex was into it, and like he and I would just fuck around with this. He went all in. He had like the comic. I don't know if you read the novel. I did. I read the novel after I beat the game, and it's great. Even now, it's still fantastic. It's, you know, I don't think they'll ever. I know it's not canon anymore. That's like a big thing. It's canon now with like Disney and stuff. So this is considered Legends, which is Disney's way of basically saying like it's not. It didn't happen. Like they're not going to reference it, but you know, it's a legend. You know, maybe parts of it on the Willem, that's awesome, happened, or I don't know. That's however you want to think of that phrase. But yeah, it was, this is a fucking cool game, man. It was great. And there was actually a really great article released recently on GameInformer.com where they interviewed I think it was the creative director, the creative lead on this game, and he talked about just all sorts of weird stuff, like how this game, like they couldn't see what the N64 controller was when they were developing this, so they like gave them, it was like this weird case that you could stick your hands into and grip the controller, so you could like grip it and play, you know, but you couldn't see what the thing looked like, which is absurd that Nintendo would do shit like that. And I think they even used like a SNES controller for a little bit. I don't fucking know. Anyway, this game was so much fun. It really was. It was a great, like, you know, like when you have your brand new console and you play through all like the launch stuff, and then you're like, oh, when's the next one coming out? This was like the great next one. And for me, I mean, I got an N64 for Christmas, so this was like, I didn't wait too long to get this. Like, you know, it just was the next thing I got. It might have been for my birthday. I might have gotten a little bit late and got it in February, but oh, did I get it? Yeah, those were the challenge points. Yeah, man, oh, the challenge points. But yeah, Alex and I would oh, one last story, and then I'll probably wrap this up. But I remember Alex beat the game for me because I didn't know there was alternate endings, like the ending where you find out Dash is alive. I didn't know that was a thing. And when Alex showed it to me, I was like, what? Like, I blew my mind. Because I always saw the one where, like, Luke is, like, sad. He's like, oh, I guess we're gonna go storm Jabba's palace. But fuck, man, like, Dash is dead. So I didn't know any better. And he showed me that, and I was like, oh, man. And the Wampa Stompa and the R-Testers, if you guys saw that at the beginning, that was, like, I think there's, like, cheats you could do with that. And Alex and I would, like, experiment and fuck around. It was just cool, man. We would have, like, these, like, staying up late parties and shit where we would just, like, play Shadows and just whatever. And he helped me beat so much, because, again, like, when I would get stuck and I had no idea what the hell I was doing, he was the one that stepped in and was like, move aside, boy, I'll help you, and would, like, kick the major of asses in this game. So that was really cool. But yeah, this is, you know, the game still holds up pretty well. I don't think it's that bad of a game. I mean, we will never... I heard the PC version is really good. It has, like, CGI cutscenes and stuff like that, but I've never played it. This is just a great... I mean, I like the... I don't know, for classic purposes, I really dig on the N64 version. But, you know, to each his own, of course. And, oh man, it did... You know what? It did raise hype, because this came out, and my mind was blown, and then, what was it? And then shortly after, a year later, you know, Star Wars came out. Or not even a year later, like, this game came out in, like, December, like, a month later, in January, fucking, A New Hope Special Edition came out, and then in February, so, like, 1997, you know, January, February, March, like, that first quarter, we got all these fucking, you know, re-releases of Star Wars. And I know people shit talk the special editions, and I get it, but you know what, man, I have, like, really fond memories. I just remember, like, Shadows of the Empire, and playing, and getting excited for, like, we were getting new movies, and, like, my friends and I would speculate, and then, like, when we saw, like, all the, like, the new enhancements they made in, like, Mos Eisley and, like, Cloud City and stuff like that, and the new ending on Endor, we were just like, holy crap, man, like, we're getting new Star Wars, this is so cool. And, you know, I'm not gonna, it's a different animal, like, obviously I was a child when all this happened, but with Disney's buyout, like, all these people complain, they're like, oh, there's too much Star Wars, all this stuff, and I get it, but, like, I'm so excited, man. Like, I get so excited when a new book comes out, and, like, we're like, oh, man, it's canon, you know? Like, shit like that excites me so much, and this was kind of like that beginning point. It really was. This was, like, where all that began, with Shadows of the Empire. So, in retrospect, it's an important game, man. It's a good game. I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional. No. No, I'm kidding. But it really is a really cool game. So Dash didn't like clean up the corpses; he just left them there. Oh well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We will be back next week with 2 more episodes of Chris's Collection. So please be on the lookout for that. It should be really fun. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, we'll be back next week with more Chris's Collection. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care.